Hey everyone, welcome back. I hope you're doing well and staying safe. It's Normal Guy of the North, and we're going to continue with the next one in the series of how to 5-star operations. This one is Killer Whale. It's all tier 6. So the first part of it is you start out where you can see in the bottom right hand of the map. It's kind of important you do take a carrier in this match and the full load of battleships. Destroyers, I do really well in destroyers in this one. But you really want HE cruisers like the Perth that can actually pop smoke, or the London, etc., and do some damage. You don't want to take the Mysore in this mission. So right now there are a set of technically 4 forts that have to be taken out. One's just gone down. There's one on that side of the island. One over towards Dallas. You're seeing my clan and Mrs. Lomaxon's. One to the left here in the far left side of the island. That all have to go down. I'm heading down for the south part. The south part, as you can see, Mr. Lomax, that's Mrs. Lomax's husband. He's got his carrier and he's already in the harbor. He's got to deal with a Nassau and a G101 and a college route. So all the ships that start off with this, except for one, are down the right side and behind that that mountain. There is a ship in the northern gap, which you'll see in, what is that, Delta roughly 5. You got a Carlsberg that's going to come through there. It's a German cruiser. And down around the 4 line, the J4 line, you're going to start seeing the G101, which he's dropped a fighter, Mr. Lomax has, and the Nassau. This is basically the first stage of the game, so you need to take out forts. Now, if your teammate or whomever it is has got a carrier, you need to take out the forts, especially on the right side. The forts can, for whatever reason, have phenomenal AA. Inside, there are even more forts. They'll light up on the map, and you'll see them as we go through this. There's another one. Battleships can do a lot of damage. But this is the first wave. Now you can see the college route. She's in the FE7 line. Looking pretty. And now we take out the next set of forts and start pushing the harbor. Be very careful at this point. As you can see, we've got smoke and hydro going. You've got Rosie and Navy Chick in there. Navy Chick's got her hydro on the Perth going. It's important that you have hydro because these destroyers and ships have lots and lots and lots and lots of deadly accurate torpedoes. And as Jingles always says, smoke is a torpedo magnet. My job right now in this battleship is to start smacking out these forts. And here comes the G101 torpedoes. One thing to understand about this compared to the other games like Defensive Newport Station or Narai or other operations that have it, there's no healing circle in this. All 7 of you have what you have for HP, and that's it. Don't get much more. Now the destroyer's gone. Maybe it's just going to start creeping forward. You can see one of their teammates has gone north and just took out the Karlsruhe. That is both gaps covered now and completed. Just need to take out the Nassau. In the next part, you're going to see a Königsberg show up to the left there. Should be around the island that's situated in H and I on the 6 and 5 line. In fact, there she is. She just showed up. She is a DACA HE spamming machine. So again, I'm going to push out and keep spotting for my team. The Nassau could hurt me, but I'm slightly angled. I'm going to angle a bit more here. I managed to avoid getting smacked in this one. So again, it's important you start taking out these rest of these first battleships and the Königsberg as well. Remember, if you're in smoke like Navy Chick to the right of me here, the Perth, it has a 4.5 kilometer smoke penalty. That also applies to the forts. So if you're in 4.5 kilometers, you're detected, so make sure you pay attention to that. We're obviously going to take my Moccasin and the Germans with the Gunther Lunzens here, and we're going to secondary hack the Karlsberg and see how he likes it. Yeah, exactly. And see if we can get a little smack here with all my guns. Off in the distance, ooh, that hurt. So off in the distance, you're going to see a couple of boats. You're going to first of all see the Koning. She's in the harbor. Battleship, she can hurt. She's stationary. For an aircraft carrier coming over, it's a torpedo magnet. You can drop that and AP bombs and just hit her as you see fit. She's not going anywhere. You also have the K. Albert. That's going to be a little bit more to the left. The K. Albert's going to come out on the J line around the 7 mark and start filling up. So now you have 2 battleships to deal with. And of course, forts. Now the Army depots do not shoot at you. However, you do have to take them out. If you don't take them out, you don't get the points and you don't get the stars. So again, you kind of push up. There's also going to be a set of 6 transport ships or Liberty ships that are coming out. You'll see that shortly. There's another fort I'm going to see if I can take out. Forts hit cruisers hard in this game. So take them out. And the Cimarrons are the Liberty ships, and they're now launching. I gotta stress it's very important. I know some people in this game start, shooting the unarmed transports for points. To coin a phrase, please don't. You need to take out the armored ships first. You really, if you want a 5-star, you want to keep the most of your team alive, if not all of your team alive. Remember, it's on a time piece, so right now this is like a bit of a freebie. There's the K. Albert. She's giving me a broadside. You want to make that hurt. And these new boats, I do love them. The new German destroyer battleship line. They don't exactly hit all that hard, but they do hit. They're more deadly with cruisers than they are battleships. I do wish this one had torpedoes. It'd be fantastic. Now I'm trying to get them to start shooting at me and not my cruiser friends. The Dallas is very squishy. The Perth is very squishy. And I believe the Perth is now out of smoke. So she's very vulnerable. You can also see Mr. Lomax in his Ranger just outside the harbor. Now, the next wave after this third one comes from that distance. It's a couple of destroyers, a couple of battleships, a couple of cruisers. I'll get to them in a minute. You have to make a decision whether you want to come in the harbor or head down towards the 1 line, the J1 line, and hide there until the circle comes out. I'm going to explain to you. There's an anchor that shows up either in the A9 line-ish or the 1 line around F and G. You go. Okay. You notice with the battleship, I wasn't going for the transports. Take out the heavy battleships. Take out the threat. But now it's a freebie, so let's kill some stuff. And you see that anchor now. That anchor's now on the F line there, the 1F. That's where it usually shows up in case you have to go west. Or if you have to go north, it'll show up around the 9, 8 line in the A line up there. Now, the next set is going to trigger itself due north of here and west. Up north, there's a battleship and a cruiser you have to kill. One's a Kohlberg, and she steams in. Another Daka boat, like the one you killed. And then another battleship. And for the life of me right now, I can't remember the class of ship, but you'll see it up there. For us, we're going to head west, some of us, and do our thing. Now, Mr. Lomax is beginning his approach. I think he's going to come into harbor. I personally do take my carrier and come into harbor no matter where I'm going to be, and I hide right behind the island on the opposite side of where he is right now. Just be warned, though. I mean, Mr. Lomax can be a little crazy. The reason being is, 1, he knows how to play the game, and 2, he knows he's got a good team and his teammates here. If you don't know the team, be very careful, because hiding behind that island, you can get dead real quick. And there's the first one, the V-25. You'll also have a walkie-talkie up there, a Kawachi. Here comes the next spawn. So now you want to kill those. The ones that are important you have to kill, the V-25, you can't let it get in. You can't let the walkie-talkie get in. You can't let the Kohlberg get in. And you have to kill the battleships up here. Or again, you don't get 5 stars. I don't know who's in the Fuso. It could be my clanmate Brew. Pushing up to the north. They do have to get that boat before it gets past the D line. Once it gets in the D section, you have a tendency to fail it. Now this V-25 can't kill Mr. Lomax, just annoys him. And as you notice, Navy Chick's already pushing up. She's got to watch out for the Kawachi. But I'm on my way. Now, if I think Mrs. Lomax and Dallas is doing it, she's going to head up towards the D line there. The D5 and 6 line and come out through the northern gap there. I can't remember if she does now, but that's another one you want me to do. Put a cruiser through there so the walkie-talkie just doesn't get in. Now I've asked Navy Chick if you have a person exact and you can communicate, smoke up here. I'll spot. I'm in a battleship. I'm good. Because when that Kohlberg comes out, like you see her now, she will light you up like a Christmas tree. And I'm not sure if Navy Chick has her Hydra up, but there are torps on its way. I'm going to fire again. See if we can take him out. He gone. The only thing I don't like is I cannot find the walkie-talkie. There's the Kawachi. Now again, if you're in a carrier, just head down. You can go all the way down to the J line and turn around here if you want and come forward without getting taken out by their ships. You can hide. I know some people who hide down the 1J line and just stay there the whole game. They don't care, which is fine too. There's the walkie-talkie. Oh. Now I want to get rid of this Kohlberg because, believe it or not, she's more of a threat than the battleship. Try not to get the battleship's broadside like I'm doing right now. It's not good, but I'm trying to push in and get closer. Watch out for torpedoes, especially after you kill the Kohlberg. A V-170 is going to pop up right behind where she is in the C line, C1 and 2. And she'll spawn. I've had her spawn right beside me, or I've actually had to physically ram her as quick as possible. There's a little miscommunication on my part from Navy Chick and I. But she got torps coming. Don't you just love these secondaries? Did you notice Navy Chick's actually stealing all my kills? Did you notice that? Yeah. Or kill secure, as we call it in our team, for fun. And again, there's the Itchy and the other battleship, the Kawachi you have to deal with, and there's the Tenero. That's the other cruiser from the main group. And Mrs. Lomax did come out the other end. She's a little close to the battleships. Don't be as close, but again, she's pushing up and drawing heat. But her doing this, watch. Kawachi's giving me a broadside, which is fantastic. She's basically sacrificing herself to get the team effort, which is good. I swear if she had a cruiser that had torpedoes, she'd be even more deadly. And there's Gunther Lunton's kicking in. Quick shot. Gone. There's that V-170 I told you about. Watch out for her because her torpedoes are over 5 kilometers. Quick shot, start turning. Now, if you notice the Kais to the right, I don't think we got them all. But that Kaiser is running. That Kaiser does need to die. Come on, secondaries. Alright. Now, getting 5 stars in this one's going to be a little close. Just a bit of spoiler. I have no idea what this Itch is doing, but he's a bot, and he's going to get punished for it. Which is good. He's gone. Now, the Tenero is not required for 5 stars, but she's another Daka boat, so your best interest to try to take her out as much as possible. And I go dark. Now there's a point where you have to be cognizant of what you're doing here. We're down to 4 minutes left. A lot of teams lose the game and their 5 stars because they don't pay attention to time. Now, that little anchor, it becomes important, and I'll give you a couple of reasons why. First, 50% of your team have to cross into it. You got 4 ships, 2 of you need to get into it. If you don't get it. If everyone's outside, you still don't win. One person can't win the game. The next thing is, there's another Königsberg that's going to show up here to my port side, my left side. Yeah, I made a slight mistake here. I forgot about these torpedoes. But we're going to see the next wave come in. Oh, don't you wish you had torps. See that? Kill secure, right? Just kidding. That was me. So I'm heading for the circle. Now at this point we're not getting 5 stars. Because we have not gotten the last battleship up there. However, watch Mr. Lomax. Now if you look at the top left of the screen, you're going to see secondary tasks. Destroy the enemy's first and secondary reinforcements. 3 out of 4 done. That Kaiser's got to die. No pressure, right? Take some chip damage out of him. Alright, here we go. We're getting near the end here. It's getting really close. We're going to do it before I cross that line. But hey, I appreciate watching. I hope it helps. As always, take care, stay safe, and I wish you all the best. Let's watch the rest of this and see if we get it. Boom. There's your 5 stars.